Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just less than 4 months away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and creator George Lucas, that is going to be used in very unique and original ways to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that, yes, we do know that this film is going to hold many different connections to the prequels and the originals. That's really going to be used as a way in order to really grow the characters of Rey, Kylo Ren, and more in this story. And that's the thing that this film has going for itself, is because of how many connections it will have toward the prequels and the originals, and of course using Star Wars Legends as inspirational source material to tell a very unique and original story for the very end of the Skywalker saga. Now, past all of this, alright, just a couple of days ago over at D23, we learned a whole lot more about Episode 9, everything ranging from the Knights of Ren, to Kylo Ren, to Rey, Palpatine, Luke, etc. by JJ, who was answering many of those questions to give fans a better idea of what's really going on in this story. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and what's really exciting about all of this is that J.J. Abrams states that Kylo Ren's story will mimic Anakin's in incredible ways, and that Anakin's legacy will be explored in the film that supports Kylo's cause to the galaxy and what kind of a leader he will be in the film. Now, it's explained that J.J. Abrams describes Kylo Ren as a reverse story of Anakin's in the film that holds a very unique end for the character that he thinks fans will truly enjoy, and that Anakin's legacy will be touched on in the film that evolves the character of Ren with a unique twist at the very end of Episode 9 for Kylo Ren. So, from what it seems what they're doing with the character of Kylo is that they are indeed using Anakin Skywalker's legacy to inspire Kylo Ren from start to finish of this movie, as well as a way in order to really introduce a different type of character. Now, Kylo Ren is described to be a reverse story of Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy era, with a unique and original twist for the end of Kylo Ren's story. So that may or may not mean that we are getting that Kylo Ren redemption arc. This could very well allude to what Daisy Ridley said, is an apology ever enough? And I think what she was referring to is, of course, maybe there's a point in time in which Kylo Ren does turn to the light side of the Force, but it's very possible that Rey is not going to accept that. Maybe she's not going to accept the fact that he turned to the light side, and that is not enough. That could very well mean as to, why Daisy Ridley said, is an apology ever enough in this movie for a specific character? That to me is a big clue right then and there. So what J.J. Abrams is really trying to put together here is, of course, Anakin's legacy, as well as Darth Vader's legacy, that's going to be used in unique ways to evolve the character of Kylo Ren from start to finish. I don't know if you guys knew, but J.J. Abrams plans to make Kylo Ren a far more evil version of himself than ever before in this movie, at least in the first and second acts of Episode 9, before he becomes conflicted once more, once he learns about Darth Sidious / Emperor Palpatine and learns more about him. And that, to me, I think is a very unique part of the story, is to see exactly what the interactions between both Kylo Ren and Palpatine really are going to be like on the big screen, how Kylo Ren is going to come across everything related to Palpatine, what really brings him on that path, and everything moving on forward. I don't know about you, but to me, Kylo Ren, I would have to say, is the stronger character of the sequel trilogy. I think that he's the more favorite character, in my point of view at least, above Rey. That's just my point of view. I think the two big reasons are this, is that he holds a big connection to the Skywalker bloodline, obviously, and it's not just that, he does indeed mimic that of Anakin Skywalker, and that's what I love about this so much, is that they are telling a reverse story of Anakin, but it's going to have a very unique and original twist at the very end of Kylo's story that isn't necessarily going to be the same as Anakin and or Darth Vader's. And that to me speaks volumes. That could very well mean that we are getting a redemption arc, but it's going to be done in a completely different way. This could very well also allude to the use of resurrection in Episode 9, and that could very well mean that Kylo Ren dies and gets revived as Ben Solo and becomes a good man once again through the hands of Luke Skywalker's Force Ghost, using the power of the netherworld of the Force. That could very well be a very unique thing for the Skywalker saga, and there have been a lot of hints and or indicators of that actually happening in this movie. So on top of all of this, I will say that I'm very impressed with what JJ is trying to put together here, and I think the fact that George Lucas is attached to it all makes me a little bit more hopeful about this movie, obviously, because it's George Lucas. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't have Star Wars, period. We wouldn't have the originals or the prequels and any of that. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.